You really can reconcile just about any contradiction in the Bible if you want to, if you are willing to add information to the text. And I think this becomes very clear how this works when we think a little bit more about the law of non-contradiction in logic. There are several different ways you can phrase the law of non-contradiction. One way that I think is helpful here, the law of non-contradiction states that a proposition and its negation cannot both be true at the same time and in the same way. And when you have that qualifier there on the end, I think it becomes very clear what is necessary in order to reconcile a contradiction. You're going to have to add some information about timing or the manner in which these two propositions are true in order to get over that contradiction. For example, if I were to say I weigh 170 pounds and I weigh 174 pounds, you would say, well, these are contradictory propositions. Obviously, they cannot both be true at the same time and in the same way. But then if I were to come back and I were to say, well, the 170 pounds is before I visit that Mexican food place on the other side of the highway that's open 24 hours a day, that's 170 pounds. And then after is 174 pounds. I've added information about the timing of the truth of these propositions. And in so doing, reconciled the contradiction, right? I've gotten rid of it. If I were to say, I am happy and I am not happy, you'd say that's a contradiction. You cannot both be happy and not happy at the same time and in the same way. But then I added information and said, well, I'm really happy about this thing and I'm not happy about this other very different sort of thing over here. Then you would say, oh, okay, those two things don't actually contradict because you're happy and not happy at the same time, but in very different ways. And this is what people do with biblical contradictions. They try to add additional information about timing or the manner in which these propositions are true so that they can sort of stand next to each other. I saw this a lot when I was talking about the contradiction about who kills Goliath, right? In one chapter, it's David. In another chapter, it's Elhanan. Well, people would try and add information about the timing. Well, these are happening on different occasions. Or they would try and add information about the manner. These are actually two different Goliaths. Maybe Goliath is a title, and there are lots of people that go by the name of Goliath. This is adding information to the text. And I am sure that the Bible plus whatever information you want to add to it has no contradictions in it. The Bible plus has no contradictions in it. I'm certain of that. But just to say that is already a concession to the fact that the Bible, without that extra information, does have contradictions in it. Nobody is interested in the Bible plus. I'm not interested in the Bible plus. I'm interested in the Bible as it actually is. The only people who are interested in the Bible plus are people who are dissatisfied with the Bible as it actually is, and so turn to the Bible plus additional information because it sort of is more comfortable for their presuppositions about what a Bible should be.